Hi, my name's Alison Baisden and I'm here to you today to talk about engaging the key agencies. This is for the Partners in Planning event on the 6th of September 2018. So, who are the key agencies? The key agencies are a group of public bodies engaged in planning and development decisions. The key agencies were first identified through the Planning Scotland Act 2006 as bodies who were under a duty to cooperate in the preparation of development plans. Many of the key agencies are also engaged in the development management process as statutory consultees. We are therefore involved at every stage of the planning process, and you're sure to come across us in your everyday work, either as a planning consultant drawing together development proposals, or as a local authority planner producing plans, programmes and strategies. We even advise local authority planners in balancing development management decisions. You could even be a key agency case officer yourself. The key agencies came together as a group in 2008. This was with the aim of working together, sharing information and supporting decision making across the planning system. Current bodies that make up the key agencies group include Scottish Natural Heritage, SEPA, Historic Environment Scotland, Architecture and Design Scotland, Forestry Commission Scotland, Forest Enterprise Scotland, Scottish Water, Transport Scotland, Scottish Enterprise and Sports Scotland. The key agencies group meet quarterly to review progress against the following commitments. We support the delivery of culture change through improved joint working. We work together on development plan engagement. We develop skills across the various sectors to improve performance. We engage with planners, developers, trade bodies and the Scottish Government. We promote pre-application discussions. We identify areas to improve culture change. We provide clear and practical planning advice and policies. Fundamentally though, we're here for you. We're here as part of your multidisciplinary team to assist you with your development plans and proposals. As part of this, we can help you to quickly identify barriers to development, and we can work with you to identify solutions. We can provide specialist advice as follows. S&H. S&H's engagement with the planning system supports their ambitions to connect people and nature. S&H will work with others to share knowledge about Scotland's nature through providing guidance and sharing good practice, invest in nature through raising awareness of how nature gives us a competitive advantage by helping others to use SEA to prepare plans and strategies that balance economic, social and environmental objectives. S&H also work with others to support plan and placemaking. This is by helping prepare LDPs and other place plans using nature-based solutions, and by helping planners use SEA and HRA to support good plan making. S&H also work with others to provide advice that enables good developments. By engaging with developers as early as possible in the development process, they help find solutions that achieve the right development in the right place. SEPA. SEPA's role is to make sure that the environment and human health are protected, to ensure that Scotland's natural resources and services are used as sustainably as possible and contribute to sustainable economic growth. To help achieve this, SEPA have a statutory role in planning as a consultee for development plans and as a consultee for various types of development. Key issues that SEPA provide advice on include the protection of people, property and infrastructure from flood risk, potential consentability under SEPA's regulatory regimes, promotion of sustainable resource use including district heating and heat networks, protection of the water environment, good air quality, risks to the environment or human health arising from development on or near radioactively contaminated land, and the protection of carbon-rich soils. All of the issues SEPA currently provide advice upon contribute towards the delivery of high-quality, healthy, safe and prosperous places. SEPA promote consideration of the environment as an asset that can be used to support social and economic success. Historic Environment Scotland. Historic Environment Scotland is the lead public body for Scotland's historic environment. Their aim is to enhance knowledge and understanding of Scotland's historic environment while protecting, conserving and managing it for the enjoyment, enrichment and benefit of everyone. In order to do this, Historic Environment Scotland care for, designate and protect the country's heritage through the Scottish planning system. This includes over 40 battlefields, over 8,200 scheduled monuments, over 47,000 listed buildings, 383 gardens and design landscapes, and 6 World Heritage Sites. Historic Environment Scotland provide advice at every stage of the plan-making process. This can be on policy approaches for managing the historic environment, as well as on longer-term spatial strategies for the development of land. We also advise on the environmental effects of plan making as part of the strategic environmental assessment process. Historic Environment Scotland engage on specific development proposals which may affect nationally important heritage assets and their settings. This can be through development planning and through development management. Historic Environment Scotland support their role with their strategic planning document, the Historic Environment Scotland Policy Statement, which is currently under review, and a suite of guidance under the banner of Managing Change. They also provide detailed technical design guidance and undertake research to support this. Architecture and Design Scotland. Architecture and Design Scotland is Scotland's design champion. Their role is to support and promote the Scottish Government's policies, objectives and outcomes for the built and natural environment. This role is intended to improve the quality of development in Scotland and to support and promote excellence in the delivery of good architecture, successful places and efficient processes. The nature of the built environment is broad and the potential scope of their work reflects this. To focus their work, they have therefore identified a set of key issues to tackle around housing, public investment, infrastructure and public space, and community empowerment. For each of these areas, we deliver a mix of advice, capacity building and outreach. How can ANDS help? They're not a statutory consultee, but in the context of the planning system, they provide advice and other support so that plans, policies and development proposals better support successful placemaking. They welcome approaches from local authorities, from across the design and development communities, or from partner agencies. At the heart of what ANDS does is to provide good design advice, which is the principal way they support development management and assist the delivery of well-designed places. Forestry Commission Scotland. Forestry Commission Scotland serve as the Forestry Directorate of the Scottish Government and are responsible for delivering policy, advice, regulations and the implementation of forestry policy. Forest Enterprise Scotland manages the National Forest Estate on behalf of Scottish ministers for the benefit of the people of Scotland. Collectively, they have a statutory duty to promote sustainable forestry in Scotland, endeavouring to achieve a balance between environmental, social and economic sustainability. They also seek to promote sustainable development and strongly promote the Scottish Government's policy on the control of woodland removal. Forestry Commission Scotland is also a key agency for development planning and is fully involved in the development of plans at every level. Scottish Water. Scottish Water is a public company which provides water and wastewater services to communities across the whole of Scotland. Almost everyone living and working in Scotland depends on the vital services that they provide, and they have a vast network of treatment works and over 60,000 miles of pipes and sewers across Scotland that deliver services day in and day out to customers. Scottish Water is committed to supporting Scotland's prosperity with the provision of infrastructure to support sustainable development. As a consultee in the planning system and an infrastructure provider, Scottish Water is committed to working with local authorities and developers to enable the economic development for Scotland. Scottish Water's Development Services team consult with local authorities and developers from the very start of their planning journey, right through to the connection stage. Transport Scotland. Transport Scotland is the national transport agency for Scotland, delivering the Scottish Government's vision for transports across all modes of transport. Transport Scotland is accountable to Parliament and the public through ministers. They're mainly involved in two areas of planning. They're involved as a key agency in the development plan process and as a statutory consultee for planning applications affecting the trunk road network. This is split into minor applications and major applications depending on the need for a transport assessment. Early engagement with Transport Scotland is essential, and online guidance and information is available in the following areas: transport data and information, transport appraisal guidance for development plans, transport assessment guidance for development management, and also key contact information. Scottish Enterprise. Scottish Enterprise gets involved in influencing planning policy and plan making with the aim of helping create the conditions for a thriving private sector to create new jobs through investment and growth, helping to address the challenges of internationalisation and globalisation, supporting sustainable economic development, including inclusive growth and wider place benefits. Scottish Enterprise's role as a key agency is solely in relationship to development plans. They don't engage with the development management system unless it's in the role of a developer themselves. Sports Scotland. Sports Scotland's focus is on developing a network of places where people can get involved and stay involved in sports. The importance of places for sport means that the planning system has a key role to play, especially in a country which has such world-class assets for outdoor and adventure sports. Sports Scotland advise on development plans, whether thought has been given to physical activity in sports. Sports Scotland also are a statutory consultee where applications affect specific outdoor sports facilities. These can include pitches over 0.2 hectares, bowling greens, golf courses, athletics tracks, tennis courts. Sports Scotland also provide expert advice when a proposal may affect an existing facility. So, how do you engage us? Well, to get the best out of us, we'd recommend that you engage us early. Early engagement will allow us to quickly identify issues and give you time to amend your development proposals in line with our advice. This should help you improve the quality of your development proposals. Early engagement with us can also help you identify what information you'll need to support your planning application and save time down the line. This diagram helps show where early engagement can help save you time in the development process. The key agencies engage at every stage in the development planning and development management processes. They consider proposals and provide advice during plan making, and through the development plan, we can help you identify any infrastructure or mitigation requirements to help deliver your proposals. Any pre-application discussion should occur at an early stage, i.e. pre-application. Through these discussions, we can help you check whether your proposals align with the development plan or whether they're in conflict with it. In this way, we can help identify any showstoppers straight away. We can also highlight those infrastructure or mitigation requirements to be factored into your proposals. Formal pre-application discussions are also an important step in helping to define with the key agencies what sort of information will be required in support of your planning application. We can help inform the scope of your assessment work and help you further refine your proposals. By the time your planning application is submitted, any surprise factors or conflicts should have been avoided, allowing you for a speedier, happier consent. We also need you to help us to achieve the benefits of early engagement through giving us adequate notice of meetings, allowing time for effective engagement, providing the necessary information for the key agencies to contribute. The most important role of the key agencies is to help refine and improve development proposals. We're not here to stop development. Indeed, as a group, we only object to very few applications. For example, we each objected to less than 1% of statutory consultations in 2017-18. This is because we only intervene in planning decisions where there are issues of national significance, and this is usually decided on a case-by-case basis. We're therefore reliant on you as planning authorities to balance issues and to take matters of local importance into account. Should a key agency object to a proposal, for example, a planning authority can choose how best to handle it. It's up to planners whether to take our advice and refuse the application, or, once the balancing is done, to decide to grant planning permission against our advice. Should you choose to grant consent against our advice, please be aware that there may be a notification to Scottish ministers. But the key agencies are here to work with planners and support decision making. We might disagree with you, but we're here to help you. Should a key agency object to a proposal, for example, a planning authority can choose how best to handle it. It's up to planners whether to take our advice and refuse the application, or, once the balancing is done, decide to grant planning permission against our advice. Should you choose to grant consent against our advice, please be aware that there may be a direction to Scottish ministers. The key agencies are therefore here to work with planners and support decision making, but need you as planners to take a central role in balancing issues and reaching your own view. In conclusion, the key agencies are here to work as a team and, with the help of you, enable good development. We're here to help you develop your proposals. We're here to provide you with advice and information in support of good decision making. Crucially, we need you as planners to play a coordinating role and to balance decisions. Please follow the work of the Key Agencies Group at Key Agencies Scotland. Thank you.